Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Cook Stuff. This week, I managed to get my hands on a marked down rump roast. And since I've never actually made roast beef before, I thought it might be a nice opportunity to give it a try, make some roast beef with vegetables. Now, I don't have a pressure cooker or a slow cooker. What I do have is a small pot and a single burner, so we're going to make the best with what we have. So, this week, we're having roast beef and vegetables. Let's take a look at the ingredients and see what we're working with. Here are this week's ingredients. We have an Australian rump roast that I got at a significant discount, and from a previous video, most of a leek and 3 small potatoes. That's basically it. Anyway, let's go ahead and chop up the vegetables first. I went ahead and washed these 3 potatoes. I'm going to cut them up into large chunks. That's about the right size, I think. Let's move on to the leek. I chopped up that leek and put it on top of the cut potatoes. I'm going to set it aside and start on the beef. As always, we start with a little butter. Next, we put our roast into the pot. We're going to brown it on all sides first. All right, so the roast is brown on all sides. Now I'm going to add some water because we're going to braise it. All right, well, that's enough water to cover it about halfway, but we're going to add a little something to the water, some powdered onion soup. That's right. All right, I mixed in the onion soup with the water and turned the heat all the way up to max. We're just going to wait for the water to boil. All right, well, now that that's boiling, we're going to go ahead and turn the heat down and cook it for about an hour. All right, it's been an hour since I put the roast in here. Let's check on it and see how it's doing. Oh man, that smells delicious. Truth be told, it's been smelling delicious for pretty much the entire hour. It's not quite done yet because I still haven't put in our potatoes and leeks. So let's do that now. All right, here we go. All right, well, they kind of cover up the meat, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and cover them up and cook them for another half hour. All right, it's been another 30 minutes. Let's check in on it. Oh man, seriously, this smells delicious. And again, it's been smelling delicious since I put it in there. So let's go ahead and turn off the heat. Go ahead and take it off the heat. So what we have left here is a little bit of meat and onion juice. So I'm going to make a little bit of gravy by adding a little bit of cornstarch and water. Well, that's 1 tablespoon of cornstarch mixed with 1 tablespoon of water. All right, we're going to go ahead and add it into our meat juice here. There we go. And all right, and let's stir it up a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and cook it for another minute. All right, well, I think that's enough. Let's go ahead and take it off the heat and pour it over our beef and potatoes. All right, moment of truth. I have here some roast beef with potatoes and leeks in some gravy. I mean, it sounds great, and it smells great. I've been smelling this, honest to God, for the last hour and a half, so I really am ready to try this out. So let's get a bite with some of this beef and potato. All right. Okay, that's great, man. That's roast beef with potatoes and a nice hearty leek flavor permeating it. Plus, of course, I cooked it with onion soup in the water, and then I put a little cornstarch in the leftover juice and made it into a gravy. This is very good and very flavorful. All right, I need another bite here. So this is beefy, potatoey, and oniony. Everything about this is delicious, and it's very hearty. So I think, especially on a cold night like this, this is excellent. And I'm not going to be able to eat this whole thing. I mean, check this out. This is a lot of food. I can't eat all this tonight, so I've got leftovers for 1 more meal, probably 2. This was pretty easy to make, if a little time consuming. I mean, you cook it for an hour, and then you put in the vegetables and cook it for another 30 minutes. But other than that, you're just kind of hanging out until it's done. So yeah, not hard to make at all. Now, if you don't want leeks, you could put in green onions or just regular onions, red onions, whatever. And if you want to change out the potatoes, that's fine too. But I decided to go for something pretty simple, and that's what I got. So, as always, appreciate you guys stopping in. We'll see you in the next one.